meanwhile the session.
Sure, sure. So, very good afternoon to one and all present here. Thank you very much for joining us in time. And as all of us are aware, our post-lunch session for today in this short-term training program on biotechnology and its application in tribal agriculture areas, which is sponsored by All India Council for Technical Education and organized by Ballarpur Institute of Technology, Ballarpur. This post-lunch session will be conducted by Mr. Abhijit Raut, sir. And I would like to introduce Abhijit Raut, sir. He was earlier a professor in Mechanical Engineering Department of GH Raisoni College of Engineering, which is an autonomous institute of Nagpur, quite famous in Vidarbha region. He is also co-founder and executive director of 3D Innovators and Precision Aligners. He is also a research fellow in Vishveshwaraya National Institute of Technology, Nagpur, popularly known as VNIT Nagpur, and a tech consultant to engineering and medical industries. He has filed for 4 patents, of which 2 are under examination and 2 are under publication process. He has published more than 18 papers in international journals and international conferences. Till date, he has been consulted as an expert for more than 50 projects by engineering industry and medical research institutes. We welcome you, Abhijit sir, to conduct a session in the third batch of this short-term training program. And may I now request you to please start the session, sir.
Once again, let me thank Mr. Abhijit and the entire team of BIT, organizing team of this interdisciplinary STTP on this special topic. Thank you for inviting me for this session. So, good afternoon, all. As you know, as per the introduction, my session is on additive manufacturing. This is also known as 3D printing for biotechnology and your allied field with the medical field. So hope you will enjoy the session. It is post-lunch session, so I can understand after the situation after the lunch. Okay, let us start. I can't
Sir, your screen is not visible.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Just a second. I'm turning off my camera. Yeah. Just a second, ma'am. I'm turning off my camera so that network issue will be solved. Just give me a 2 minute.
Sir, as such, there is no network issue. So if you're comfortable keeping it on, that is okay. That is up to you, I mean.
Okay, no issue. Okay. So let us start. As sir introduced you, that session is on additive manufacturing for biotechnology and medical field. So this is the overall content of my session. That as the audience is from the interdisciplinary discipline, as per my knowledge, some of the participants are from biotechnology background, some are from engineering background. So I have compiled my session in generalized form, introduction to this topic and relevance, the application to your domain. So I'll introduce with a little background and history about this additive manufacturing. If you are not aware, this, we will conduct a little ice-breaking session for that, so that I'll get the idea what do you know or what you are aware. And then I'll introduce about the additive manufacturing and subtractive manufacturing. Then you after this session, you should know what is 3D printing, how it works, what is the process of it. So I have compiled those content in my session, workflow steps of 3D printing. And most of the people are aware about the 3D printing, that there are various type of 3D printing, but we can't compile all of those in this single session. So we will discuss about the popular 3D printing process in my session, and we will discuss in detail about those 3D print processes. And then application in biotechnology, medical, and other allied and all sector. I'll discuss some of the case study done by me and my friends, and some generalized example also. Okay, most of the cases I'll discuss as an example for those 3D printing process, so that you can get the idea about that process. Okay. So, first of all, let me from your side, just 1 minute. What do you aware about 3D printing or additive manufacturing? Any participants? Hope we can keep the session interactive, and it is much needed after the post lunch. What you are aware about the 3D printing? Have you heard about it? Means, what do you know about 3D printing or 3D printing application? Anything, any one of you, any one from the participants, please, so that I can start from that depth. Please feel free to discuss. Any participant, even you can comment in your comment box so that Abhijit sir will tell me.
Sure, sure. I'll read it out.
Yep.
So the attendees are requested, you can type in your answers. If you are comfortable, you can unmute. If you're not comfortable, you can always type in your answers in the chat box, and then, I can read them.
Please keep session interactive so that I can give more from my side, and you can also give me those your personal experience. It is much needed for the research and even for the academia as well. Yeah, what do you know about 3D printing? Have you heard about it? Any applications? Anything, please, so that we can start from that level.
Sir, if there are any entries in the chat box, I will read it out for sure.
Yes, yes. Okay, I think post lunch, सबस हो गया. Any replies, sir?
No, sir, nothing in the chat box.
Okay, no issue. Let me start. Even though you are from biotechnology or other discipline, if you are not allied with this year, if you are not heard, hopefully this 3D printing topic is trending in every field, not only in engineering domain, in every. I'll brief on those points also. I'll show some of the my case studies in various disciplines, not only engineering. As sir introduced to you that I have my past experience in as a assistant professor in engineering college, or but I have worked with various dentists, various surgeons, and even with fashion designers. I'll share those things. So it is an interdisciplinary topic. Don't hesitate about it. Okay, so this is trending. This is trending in all fields. That's why it is said as boon to mankind. Yes, it is. So after the end of this session, you will agree with my this point that it is boon to mankind. Okay, so even though I'll share those things that after start of my this 3D printing knowledge and experience, I had been invited in various engineering colleges as a government college of Jalgaon, various Vidarbha region, Nagpur region. I had been invited for various programs, Ramdev Baba College, workshops. Even in your Chandrapur, that BIT is there, Bandara. And this is, as I told you, this is not only till the engineering. I had been invited in fashion designing department, interior designing department, LED. This is a premier institute in Nagpur. Fashion designing department, LED. I had been invited there because they are using. I'll show the. I'll in the last my some of the slide. I'll show you the application that also. Even I had been invited in a government dental college of Nagpur. Even VSPM Dental College. even GMC, Government Medical College, there's a plastic surgery department in GMC. They ask me to enlighten those faculty members, means doctors and their PG students on this topic because they are using it. Even recently, I had been invited in Forensic Science Department, Forensic Science Nagpur. So you can imagine that this topic is trending in every field, in every field. So let us start. I'm starting from zero, that some of the analogies are there, what is 3D printing or what additive manufacturing is. Have you heard about the printing? Hopefully everyone have seen the printer, 2D printer, which is we are used to it, 2D printer, laser printer, right? This is, you can see this. This is a 2D printer, inkjet printer. We create the virtual geometry, virtual on PPT, on Microsoft Word, right? In 2D form, virtual form, and then we get the physical output from this printer in 2D form, right? 2D form, in 2D format, we got the output. But here in 3D printing, we create the geometry in 3-dimensional. Hope you have seen the movie in 3D, a 3D movie, right? In theaters, right? So we create the geometry in 3-dimensional form on computer, same like in 2D printing. And there are machines like 2D printer, this printer, which gives the output in 3-dimensional form, right? That's why that is analogy, like it is known as 3D printer, right? This is 2D printer because it gives the output in 2D form and this in 3-dimensional form. In layman language, I'm telling you this distinguish. Okay, so 2D printer, 3D printer. But like 3D printing or additive manufacturing is known having various names, which you should know. Okay, because you are going to most of the faculty are from academia, even from research. So if you are referring any papers, any articles, or whatever with the sources, so you should know the alternative name so that आपको confirm हो जाएगा this is the article, right? So it is known as rapid prototyping, stereolithography, 3D printing, as I said, and additive manufacturing, layered manufacturing, solid free from fabrication, and direct digital manufacturing, right? Initially, it was known as rapid prototyping. That was a conventional rapid prototyping. But as I told you, the conventional like CNC lathe, if you have, it is not a rapid, it is slower process. That is a disadvantage of it. That's why nowadays it is known as additive manufacturing. Universally, it is known as additive manufacturing because the principle is in additive fashion. I'll share. I'll discuss on that note. You remember this is nowadays known as additive manufacturing, but other names you should also know. Okay. So if 3D printing is there, initially what was there for printing anything or for manufacturing any object? Then if there are existing machines, then what is the need of this 3D printing or additive manufacturing, right? That might be a question, right? So if you are aware about the product development, you are also a part of product development, like related to tissue engineering or whatever it may be. We manufacturing anything. For that, we required manufacturing machines, manufacturing process. If you are taking a simple example of carpentry, furniture, right? Can that carpenter can manufacture any complex shapes? No, he can't manufacture any complex shapes. Can that carpenter wood पता है ना जो फर्नीचर का काम करता है, wood का कोई भी पार्ट बनाता है? Hope all are aware. That's why I have taken that example. But that carpenter can't develop that much complex shapes with his expertise, right? And can that carpenter use the metal or a plastic also? No. Those things was the constraint, right? Those things was the constraint or drawback of conventional manufacturing that was overcome by 3D printing or additive manufacturing, right? So geometric means with the help of 3D printing, we can develop the complex shapes, very complex shapes and very micro level things. That's why it is used in your domain, because you are playing with the tissues and cells, which is the micro level things. And now 3D printing, bio 3D printing is in it, right? So if there are the geometric limitation, we can solve with the help of 3D printing. Even material material constraint is there, we can solve with the 3D printing. Even another thing, if we have taken the example of that carpenter, if you have seen, they are taking the raw material as a wooden block, right? To get the desired shape, what they are doing, they are subtracting the material. They fit that in a chuck, and then that carpenter removes the material layer by layer. But as in today's days, we are working on waste management, right? Optimization. We are working on optimization. We are working on waste management, and we are doing the wastage of those material, right? This is another constraint of those conventional manufacturing, that subtractive manufacturing, that wastage is there. That's why this is another overcome by additive manufacturing, right? 3D printing. Hope you understood the limitation of conventional manufacturing, that is subtractive manufacturing and additive manufacturing. First, geometric means very complex shapes, shapes we can develop. Means complex constraint were there, complex shapes, material constraint were there, and that wastage was the one of the constraint, right? But with the help of 3D printing, we have overcome. Like wooden carpentry, there are a CNC lathe, if you are aware, with for the metal parts. Those all are subtractive manufacturing. And how that era is turned from subtractive manufacturing from the additive manufacturing. Okay. So conceptually, you can see this. This is subtractive manufacturing. This is a milling. You can see here, this is additive manufacturing. Layer by layer, material is being added, and here we are subtracting the material. Okay, this is a conceptual difference in subtractive manufacturing and additive manufacturing. Okay, subtractive manufacturing, CNC, lathe, milling, and even carpentry. Those are the conventional manufacturing process, right? With means by wooden material, metal, we can manufacture the product, right? This is the difference in additive and subtractive manufacturing, and disadvantage and advantage, the constraint we have discussed in earlier slide. Okay, so this is the conceptual difference. And now what is the 3D printing? Simple. 3D printing, nothing, as I told you, we create the virtual model and then we get the physical object. So simple. Additive manufacturing is nothing but the conversion of virtual thing into a 3D object, 3D physical object, with means layer object, means simple virtual conversion of virtual to physical in layer by layer fashion, like this. Simple. First, we will create the CAD model, CAD computer aided design model. Okay, and in this fashion, focus here, layer by layer, that geometry will be created in that machine. Okay, in additive fashion. That's why it is known as additive manufacturing, to get the desired shape. If one of the example, if you have seen any building infrastructure development, from foundation means if we have floor, single layer of brick, another layer of brick, till the ceiling, layer by layer, how we are manufacturing that wall, right? Layer by layer. In same fashion, this 3D printing works, right? In additive manufacturing, layered by layered. And another thing I would like to tell you in this point itself, have you seen any jalebi making process? jalebi making process or softy, that is called as the extrusion process. Extrusion, that type of nozzles are there. Those nozzles are adding the material layer by layer. Got it? I'll show you. I'm going to show that video of operation, but still at that point I'm telling you. Okay, layer by layer we are adding the material. So what is the workflow? What will are the essential things that will be required for 3D printing? So don't worry that you don't have a 3D printer or you don't have a raw material, all those things. This is the digital era. Everyone is having the computers, right? Computers, even computers, laptop, even cell phones. So forget if you don't have the 3D printer. Just if you have a computer, you can outsource the 3D printing facility from any of the college, any of the institute. Okay, but at least you should aware that which 3D printer is useful for you. Okay, which raw material is useful for you. That's why I have compiled in that the session in that way. So you required printer, but don't worry, you are not. If your institute is having 3D printer, no issue. Raw material and softwares. Which are the softwares? I'm going to tell you, which you can easily access. So this is the workflow of 3D printing. As I told you, the conversion of virtual to physical. So in first, what is the first step? We will create the CAD model. That is the word CAD model. It is a virtual geometry in computer, virtual geometry, whatever it may be. It is a brain, it is any pen, pencil, whatever the product. We need to create virtually first. Okay, that is first 3D CAD model, right? Then this is the first step. Remember, this is the first step. There are sub steps here, but this is the first step. Means how you are going to create this CAD model. I'm going to tell you. Okay, but at this moment, remember, first step is CAD model, a virtual geometry. We need to create first. Then second, we need to create the STL file. STL file. Remember this. This is very important. STL is the input for 3D printing. You're learning 3D printing, you're attending the 3D printing session, and you should know this, that what is the input for 3D printing. If you're outsourcing this facility from anywhere else, he will ask for the STL file, that I'll require the STL file for the 3D printing, as it is the input for 3D printing. Remember, STL file. So it is simple. If you have the geometry, CAD geometry, just you need to save as STL. Save as, no conversion. That software itself convert that complete geometry in triangular form. Triangular form, that is not even a STL, standard triangular language, or it is also known as standard tessellation language. Okay, but forget, just remember standard triangular language, as it is converting whole geometry in triangular form. How? I'll show in next slide. Okay, then simple first step 3D CAD geometry, then we will get the STL file, then slicing software. Okay, slicing software. मुझे last में बताना. I'll show you the one of the slicing software, how it is useful at this moment. I'll share you the. It will be better to start at this moment itself, so that little demo like. Okay, we have the next slide, no issue. Okay, so 3D CAD model, then we will create the STL file. Simple. STL file is वो simple file format. Don't confuse file format. ऐसा बड़ा कुछ नहीं है. Like in PPT you have PPTX file. In Word format you have doc file, right? .doc. Simple. For 3D printing we require .stl file, and that STL we import in slicing software, which I am going to share you in further slides. I'll show you that thing also. Okay, so what slicing software does that, as I told you, that manufacturing is layer by layer, right? Layer by layer. So what will be the layer height? What will be the you can say geometry infill, like it will be hollow, it will be solid, like the composite material will be there. What are the things that will be the related to that physical property of that product. Okay, physical thing, how you want it physically, right? So those things we have to give as an input in slicing software. Okay, and then simple the slicing software convert that into G code. G code, forget about the G code. Simple, remember the in program. That software converts that in program. Everyone knows it is the instruction given to a computer, right? Simple, we are converting that into a program, that those instruction we are providing to 3D printer, and according to those instruction that machine works and gives the output in 3D object. Got it? This is very important. That's why I'm giving more time on this. Okay. So in that way, we got the physical geometry from the 3D model. Got it? This is the workflow of 3D printing. This is universally for any type of 3D printing. Whether it is bio 3D printing, metal printing, resin based, for everything. This is the common workflow which you should know. Okay. So first step. So we will discuss each step. 3D CAD modeling. So we are not a engineer. We are not from engineering background. Some of the from biotech person, if they feel we are not an engineering background, sir, how we will create the geometries? Then don't worry about it. I'm there. So remember, CAD modeling, as I said, C for computer aided design. Usually, and CAD is used in every discipline, every engineering, interior, architectural, everyone, and even in medical and allied field. Right now, I'm going to share you those things, like engineer CAD. But if you're creating any geometry, if you're developing anything, what is the required thing? Dimensions, right? If you have the dimensions, then you can easily create that geometry on the computer. Okay, with the help of engineering CAD softwares. Okay, if you have the dimension, like I need to create any like you have the comms, right? You require the comms for the tissue culture, comms or any pot you required, customized pot. If you need to develop it, you require the dimension, right? Length, breadth, right? Okay, if you have those inputs, you can easily create with the help of engineering CAD, right? With the engineering CAD. Now, maybe a question from the audience, sir, we are not from the engineering domain. How those software will be expensive? How we can assess those things? So my dear friends, these engineering softwares nowadays are being used by kids. Yes, kids. If you have any child, if they are in a CBSE school, there is a Atal Tinkering Lab. This is the one of the initiative by Niti Aayog, Atal Tinkering Lab. So in that, they have created a Fab Lab like culture, and they have the 3D printer. And those students, means kids, are using those engineering CAD. They are the simplified CAD. Remember those software even for your kids. Tinkercad is there. Google SketchUp is there. Tinkercad, even Blender is there. These are the even Autodesk, Fusion 360. These 4 softwares are popular, and Tinkercad is more popular in those teenagers, right? It's simple with the help of primitives, like primitives and Boolean operation, they can create any geometry. Okay, so no need to purchase any professional engineering softwares. Those are in engineering colleges, like Creo, CATIA. Those are also softwares. They are engineering softwares, but you can use even biotech students. You can also use it. It is very easy, very easy. Okay, that is the engineering CAD softwares. As I told you, CAD tools, Blender, Fusion 360, SolidWorks, Creo, CATIA, these are the paid softwares are being used by engineering fraternity. Okay, you can use Blender, Fusion 360. This is a cloud-based softwares. This is universally means it is widely used in overseas countries as well. There are the common hubs. Common hubs means central 3D printing studio is there, and everyone at every home they are creating the virtual geometry, and they can print from those studio. They are using Fusion 360, Autodesk Fusion 360. Even Blender, it is popular in every field, animation, dentistry, even for every domain. And as I told you, for the kids, Thinkercad. Even you can start from the Thinkercad as well. And Google SketchUp. Remember those software, you can note it down. Okay. So these are the engineering CAD software. If you have the dimension, you can easily create those things over there. Okay. Next, now my question from my side to you. This is the engineering thing, mean any physical product or prototype if you have a dimension. Let me know from your side, as you are working with medical fraternity and you are working, like if you have to print, if you have to manufacture any bone, whether it is femur, whichever it is, how you will get the dimension? This is the question from my side. How you will get the dimension of any bone so that you can create the virtual geometry? आपको कोई bone print करना है, okay, अंदर के कोई भी organ print करना है या बनाना है, so you will need the dimension, right? So let me know from your side how we can get the dimension, please. गलत हुआ तो चलेगा, please. Got my question to you? How we will get the dimension of any organ? Example, any femur bone अपने को print करना है, manufacture करना है. How you will get the dimension? Please. That is the first step of 3D printing, right? Yeah. So you can check the chat box, or anyone can unmute and.
As mentioned, he is writing X-ray.
Yes. Or बोलिए, or inputs here, please.
As of now, there is one response of Yogesh.
Yeah. Don't hesitate, guys. Okay. Can I know the good name of that person?
That's Yogesh.
Yogesh. Yeah, right. Yogesh, you said right little bit that if we the virtual things of any organ related to body, we can get from those X-rays, CBCTs, and MRIs, right? Right. So from X-ray, you are partially right. We will get the 2D dimension only because X-ray is 2D, right? Yogesh, got my point? It is X-ray. It is also in two-dimensional form, right? And advanced to that, there is a what? CT scan, MRI, right? So those are the technologies, you can say, as an input source, which gives the input in three-dimensional form, right? Which are those? CT scan, MRI. From that data, we can get the exact dimension of those organs. है कि नहीं? सोचो. That was easy questions. So from that, now got my point. If you would like to print anything, any related to your organ, no need to do the surgery and out that part from your body to measure the dimension. Just directly you can take the CT scan, or you can take the MRI of that particular organ, and you can print it or you can manufacture it. Same practice is done, follows in surgical or medical allied field, in research and as well as other field. Okay, just a second. Okay. Okay, where we were. Okay. Okay. So same thing I told you for the biomedical CAD modeling. What will required? We required any input from CT scan or MRI. Those file is DICOM file .dcm engineering, we will get the input file in various format. Like from Creo, we will get the input in part file, cat file, like like that, right? Similarly, in this, the format will be .dcm, DICOM file from CT scan and MRI, and that DICOM file we are giving to a softwares which will convert that DICOM file into a directly STL, which is the input for 3D printing, right? CT scan. So there are various softwares, you can note it down. 3D Slicer, Invisualize. These are the open source software you can use to convert those CT scan or MRI files into a STL format, right? So simple. There is a softwares Mimic and Thematic, but these are the paid softwares. Okay, so simple. We can easily convert that CT scan file into STL file, and then we can directly give it to additive manufacturing after the little work on slicer, right? If there is a mesh, like we are exposing to other tissues as well, there are various softwares to edit that CT scan as well. Because most of the time what happens, if you are taking CT of that mandible or any anatomical part, so there are hard tissue and soft tissue. So when we are exposing, those pixel came into picture, so they took the picture of other soft tissues as well. Okay, so there are editing tools as well, so you can edit the geometry. CT scan also, mesh mixer and netfab. This is also open source software which you can use. Okay, so ये STL का खेल है. The STL is very important, as you know. This is the 3D printing input. Okay, as I told you, it is standard triangular language. You can see here, whole geometry means usually first step is CAD modeling, right? So that converts whole geometry in this triangular fashion. That's why it is standard triangular language. Okay. Another word, another abbreviation for abbreviation of explanation for this STL is standard tessellation language. Okay. Another, this is a little history about 3D printing. This 3D printing is discovered by Mr. Chuck Hull. Chuck Hull in 1987. 1987. That the first 3D printing, the first 3D printing was stereolithography. Stereolithography. That's why stereolithography abbreviation is .stl. Remember, okay? So another thing I would like to tell you, this which I missed. Engineering CAD, I told you about that. Medical CAD, I told you about. Reverse engineering. Reverse engineering. What is reverse engineering? Simply, this is very. This input is also widely used and popular in various automotive industries, even in your medical field, for the you can say extra oral virtual capturing things, right? If we would like to create take the virtual think of that ear outside the body, we can take the scan, like a camera, 360 camera you are using with your cell phone, right? In same fashion we are taking the input. Okay, with the continuous imaging or with continuous video. That is the reverse engineering. Okay. Okay, that now there are technology types, means what are the different popular 3D printing processes. So as I told you, we can't discuss all those 3D printing processes, but there are popular 3D printing which are categorized or classified according to material. Okay, according to material. Like as if we are using the solid based material, we are that 3D printing is known as fuse deposition modeling. Fuse deposition modeling, FDM. If we are using liquid, I'm going to show you those material as well, so don't worry, just I'm briefing you earlier. So depend on the if there is a solid base, it is FDM, fused deposition modeling. Liquid base means a photopolymer or resin is being used in that process. Those are known as stereolithography, digital light processing, powder based direct metal sintering, or SLS, selective laser sintering as well. Okay, solid, liquid based. Even when we are using as a paper as a raw material or wood as a raw material, there is a laminated object manufacturing. Even from your file bio 3D printing, if you are using the cells. Okay, so remember this abbreviation simply, at least FDM, SLA, DLP, and DMLS or SLS. Okay. So first, we will start the first type, that is the fused deposition modeling, FDM. As I told you, extrusion process, right? Have you seen the glue gun or welding? If you have seen the glue gun, we are in glue gun. What we are inserting there as a raw material, that rubber rod, right? Plastic rod from the back, right? And there is a heater at the bottom. They are liquefying that solid part, and then the extrusion is there. The liquid is coming. Same in welding also. If you have seen, right? Same way, simple. You can correlate with that. That FDM is same. The fused deposition modeling is an additive manufacturing technology. It's commonly used for modeling, prototyping, and production applications. Like hot. Just a sec. Hello. Yeah. So fused deposition modeling. As I told you, it is similar to glue gun and welding rod. Okay, I'll directly show the video. That will be better. Yes, see this. Observe this video. First step. Is it audible, sir? Abhijit, sir?
Is then transferred to a machine, which constructs the part layer by layer on a build platform.
Sir, the volume is very low. It is audible.
Okay. Okay. I'll explain that video also. Like I told you that it is the material will be at the bottom or at the backside of that machine in spool form. Spool. Like if in Makar Sankranti you are playing with the kites, right? So there will be the two nozzles. One will be for the main material and one will be for the support material. Now here, what is the requirement of the support material, right? Like I have told you about the example of that wall, right? Building. For the overhanging things, like for the ceiling, we required the scaffold, right? Here also, for the overhanging things, we will require the support material. For that, there is another extruder, or you can say nozzle. And that support material we can remove with the hand also, okay? And with the help of a solvent also. Solvent, we can dip inside any solvent, and those chemical properties are there that will be dissolved in that particular solvent. Okay, got the idea? Simple. There will be spool with the filament. It is known as the filaments. So various thermoplastic filaments are available. Those will be at the bottom of the 3D printer or backside of the 3D printer. Okay, and as I told you, there will be you can focus on that cursor. I'm giving the brief about it so that this FDM is relevant to bio 3D printing. So the concept is important here. That's why I'm telling you. The spool will be there. Okay, spool will be there, and then it will be there will be the liquefiers there. If you remember that video, there will be liquefier that according to material, there is we can set the temperature. Okay, and then it will be liquefier, and layer by layer it will add that will be adding the material. Okay, in that way we will get the desired shape. Support material, main material. Even single nozzle material is also there. Even multi nozzles material also there. So if you would like to create the composite, right? Composite, the blend of other different type of materials, you can say. So we can add, and same phenomena is being used in bio 3D printing as well. Okay. Hope you understood. Okay. So generally in FDM 3D printing, we can use various type of thermoplastic, ABS, PLA, TPU, nylon, PET, and depending on the those material being used, the temperature capability will be there. Temperature capability will be there. Even work volume will be there. Just a sec. We have not discussed about the slicer, na? Here, I'll tell you about those things here. Hmm. Like here, I have taken this STL. Is it visible?
Yes, sir, it is visible.
Yeah. This is slicer software. Huh? This is slicing software. This is the first step. Means after the CAD, we required before the 3D printing on this that support material and those nozzle and those other means solid and those disadvantage advantages will be overcome in this little demo. That's why I'm sharing you this. This was one of the case file which I have done for the VSPM Dental College, which I'm going to show in my presentation as well. But at this moment, I'm sharing you this. That one lady visited that VSPM Dental College. Girl, sorry, not lady, girl. She she is having ear like this. Is it visible? See this. This one ear is defective, right? Another ear was good. Generally, in this case, what happened? This comes under the prosthesis. Prosthetic department is in under dentistry, so it comes under the prosthesis. So Dr. Vijeta contacted me from VSPM College for this. So what we the donor was not available for her to transplant the ear, so or even for the casting purpose. Then what we have done, as I told you, one of the input for the CAD, we require the dimension, but no engineer can engineering expert can create the geometry with the engineering software. So for that we can create this geometry. How we can create with the CT scan as well, if we are taking the CT scan of ear, or even from the scanning, 3D scanning, extraoral 3D scanning. We will get the CAD file, and then we have imported that STL here in 3D printer. You can see this. This is the volume. This is the volume or build size. Build size. If any 3D printing printer is there, build size will be there. I'll show you that. Like this build size, width, depth, and height. Like here we have 250, 220, 220, and height is 250 mm. Got it? So there are various 3D printer as I shown earlier, that like here. Where is FDM? Here. There are various machines available as per the dimension or as per the capability of printing. यानी छोटा print करना है, बड़ा print करना है, like which material can be used as per the temperature requirements. Accordingly, there are various machines available. So these are the build volume. Okay, then here in slicing software, what we are doing, let me tell you at this moment, one of the drawback of 3D printing is what? It is slower process. As per the complex shapes and as per the material requirement, it takes more time. That's why the initial name rapid prototyping was cancelled or not properly being used. It is known as additive manufacturing now, because it is not rapid, it is slower process. That is the constraint of 3D printing. Okay, so we need to give the proper orientation. I'm giving the example at this point. I would like to tell you that modeling. What we have done? We have taken the CT scan, extraoral scan of that good ear. Then what we have done? What we have we did the mirror of that ear, and we have created the virtual geometry by mirror command. Okay, and then we got the mirror image of that good ear, means healthy ear, and we have created it. Okay, so here we need to give the in this, if in this orientation we are going to print, see the timing, 2 hours 3 minutes. Okay, if we are selecting here and we are keeping like that, as I told you, every overhanging portion will take the support material. Okay, that's why optimized position is very important. Now see, what will be the time and material consumption if we are keeping this. Remember, focus on this, 2 or 3 minutes, and now at this orientation, what is the change in timing and material consumption? See the change. Okay, so as per the orientation, material consumption is changed and timing also changed. Even with the layer height, as I told you, layer height, like if take the example of brick. If brick height is less, what will be the means more number of brick are going to consume? Same here. So you can change the layer height from 100 microns to 300 microns, means 0.3 mm. This is in FDM. Now see the change. Even you can keep it hollow. Now you can see field density. Remember, if you require any requirement of strength, you can keep it 100%. If only prototyping is important, then you can keep it as less. Field density means you can keep it as porous or hollow. Now see the change in timing. Then we will move ahead. See the change in material and timing. So in that fashion, we are doing the slicing. So as per your requirement, if you only need for your teaching purpose, you will keep it as a hollow or raw finishing. Okay, you can see the layers, how it is going to print. Top. Initially, like layer by layer, the material is going to be added in this geometry in that fashion. Got it? This is, and after the optimization on all those inputs, directly you need to save this tool path as a G code. See this G code. So don't panic कि मुझे G code नहीं आता, programming नहीं आता. Software itself save it as a G code or instruction. Got it? Good. So that was a slicing software. Okay. There's much more in this also, but due to time limitation, I can't explain this. Okay, so detail 1 hour session will be can be conducted on the slicing software. Just for the briefing, I'm telling you. Okay, to get the little idea. Huh. So these are the various 3D printer, FDM 3D printers are available for the thermoplastic material. Remember, FDM 3D printing have the certain constraint that it is having the low surface finish. If you want it for the prototyping purpose only, then you can go for it. For prototyping, if you need to show any educational model for your product, you can use. But whenever accuracy is there, minute accuracy is there, you can't use this. Okay, below 50 microns you can't go. And it gives the, as you need to remove those support material, there are various irregularities and scratches on the product, so finishing is not proper. But my dear friend, it is the cheapest 3D printing among all those 3D printing technology. That's why it is widely used in institutions. Okay, it is cheapest 3D printing. Okay, why it is cheapest? You can compare in next slides next time. Because in other 3D printing there are means technology. Here simple extrusion process is there in FDM, as I told you, like a glue gun or welding. Okay, like jalebi making process, right? But in other 3D printing process like SLA or DLP, there is laser is using laser. That's why it is costlier. Okay, so this was about the FDM. These are the some of the case study and work done by us. One of the simple case study, one fracture case were there. You can see fracture. Usually what we do for fracture, plaster, conventional plaster. For plaster, what is the problem with it? There is no proper ventilation or air. That's why there are various issues with it. Hopefully, if anybody fallen or anybody experienced the accident, they can tell us that there is a smell, or you can say there is a itching also, right? So those are the constraint of the conventional plaster. But with the help of 3D printing, what we have done, see this, we have created the with ABS plastic, we have created this plaster. This is a ventilated plaster, and where there is a fracture, we have increased the shells, meshing, to give the proper exposure. And now this is a properly ventilated plaster we have tried for one of the orthopedic case. Okay, in here also we have for the hand we have means exactly customizable thing required, so we can take the 3D scan or CT scan, even manual measurement you can take of that hand, and then simple you can create it virtually on any engineering software, meshing, and that then we will get the output. Okay, simple portable, looks stylish, yeah, and cast is washable as well, and those itching and smelling problem can be reduced. That one simple case we have done. Another for medical, we have done for the mock surgeries. This mock surgery or surgical planning is widely used in everything, every domain, right? For even in bigger industry, they are created the prototypes, right? Small machine prototype is what? It is a scale model of actual product, right? In your domain also, for your means for surgical plannings, the surgeon are using for the planning purpose. Conventionally, they are only using the X-ray and 2D drawings, and those 2D the interpretation was not good in that 2D form, conventional planning form. But with the 3D printing, those things are tangible. You can directly feel those geometry or anatomy of that patient, right? So those that's why it is used in surgical planning. Some of the case I would like to share you. This is the zygoma surgery is there in prosthodontics. Dr. Priya Gupta is there. For them, we have created this prototype. For initially they have planned on this prototype, and after that they have done the surgery on actual patient. This is also, you can see, orthodontic surgery, maxillofacial department is there in dentistry. Generally, we are not aware. We think that dentistry only deals with tooth and teeth. But when I have worked with this various dentists, then I got to know that various domains are there. For root canal, there is an endodontist. There is a prosthodontist for implant related things. For maxillofacial, for facial related things, bone related things. Even various fields are there. Even plastic surgery. Okay, so for one of the Dr. Vikas from GDC Mumbai, I have done surgical planning for that. Even artificial arm, Jaipur foot, you are aware, those are not developed with the 3D printing, but prosthetic limb, which is popular these days. Earlier, that was handled by threads. Now, with the help of sensor, we are using. So artificial limbs are very useful for the disabled, right? We have also done one of the prosthetic. We have developed the prosthetic hand. You can see this bionic hand. You can say. with the 3D printing, FDM 3D printing, we have created this. We have created this part. Okay, you can see this FDM. As I told you, this is the cheapest and easily accessible 3D printing, right? Even in Corona, when there is a strict national lockdown, we have created face shield. Face shield, hope you are aware. Face shield, we have created and donated at various regions. Even I have done one of the case for the IGMC, Mayo, if you are aware. The splitter and restrictor we have developed. And that initiative, that work is appreciated. That my work is appreciated by HRD Minister Dr. Ramesh Pokhriyal. So this FDM is also useful and easily accessible. In strict lockdown, I have developed those things and helped the society. Okay, so that was about FDM. Okay, so next 3D printing is stereolithography. Whenever you required high accuracy means beyond, you can say 50 microns. At that time, you can go for SLA, stereolithography. So here, just raw material, as I told you, in 1984, the Chuckle discovered this. That's why STL, the abbreviation is there for the input for 3D printing, right? Here, the raw material is in liquid form. Simple resin, photopolymer. Okay, you can see those images of example. Okay, micro. So directly I'm showing the video. That container will be there, which container, or you can say tank, which will be filled with the photopolymer. Photopolymer, whenever light will be incident, it will be cured. That is a property of photopolymer. So for the high accuracy like this, we require SLA. First step, we need to create the CAD model. Simple, then slicer. Slicer will give the output G code. This is the one type of SLA. This is the tank which will be having the liquid resin. Binder will be there. You can see this is the laser incident from the top of the 3D printer. See here, there will be a mirror. It is a mirror which is deviating that laser, and at the bottom, according to the geometry which we have created virtually, as per the instruction, it will deviate on that resin, and wherever it is incidenting or approaching, that resin will be hardened or cured. You can see. And it goes down layer by layer.
The laser continues to trace and fill each layer, top building from the bottom up.
And in this way, we will get the final object, right?
The complete part
And same as FDM, here also we can dip into a solvent and we can remove by the hand the support material. This was SLA. It is more, you can say, gives the output highly accurate, but as laser being used in this technique. So this is highly little not more costly. That you can say 3 times than FDM. So here, as I told you in FDM, that various thermoplastic we can use from the third-party material as well, third-party company. But in resins, there are the standard resins, standard clear resin, flexible resin, according to property, castable resin, tough red resin. Accordingly, there are various categories of the resin, photopolymer. Okay, these are the some popular 3D printers. There are various 3D printers available. These are the popular 3D printers are being used in medical industry. Formlab, Moonray. Okay. So now the case studies, like as I have shown you the cases or example which I have done with the FDM. Now I'm going to discuss the things which I have done with the SLA. Surgical guide. If anyone have undergone the root canal process or extraction process, right? If you're seeing the dentist is having a drill, right? Drill. They drilled in our gums that bone, and then they feel they do the further surgery. But but in more complex situations, there is all assumptions. If that surgeon or dentist is experienced, then it is okay, or else there is a risk, right? So there are the surgical guides. So we have done the surgical guides to orientation, proper orientation, and for the proper placement, you can say, for predictable and good productive things. Okay, so accuracy will be there, so obviously productive will be better. So I'm not discussing those things, just in simple manner I have told you. So these are the guides, surgical guides we can create with the help of 3D printer, customized according to patient. Huh? See this. This was one of the case I have done for the Dr. Lokesh Daswani, Das Clinic. So that patient was there. His one tooth is missing. Okay. So we need to do the implant. Implant means what? Artificial tooth. Okay. So for that, drill is important. So we have taken the CT scan of that patient. Then we created the geometry and created the geometry of that guide, and we have 3D printed it. And then we have done the placement drill over here. You can see this. There's a drill implant side. You can see the X-ray also in next position. See this proper drill. We are there, and then the implant done. Final placement. Got it? So various surgery. This is a boon to prosthodentistry. Very useful for the newcomers. Then I have done one of the case with the GDC Nagpur as well, with the endodentistry. Okay, root canal everyone is aware, but whenever there is a calcified canal, calcified complex canal, the root canal is very difficult. So one of the dentists, Dr. Shubha Hegde, approached me for this micro guide for one of the patient from the Gadchiroli. So we have created a one stent, you can say guide for them, micro guide. We have done the even micro surgery on that, and then we have placed in patient. You can see the patient image as well. This is used in endodentistry. Even if you are aware of the temporary teeth or tooth, those temporary crowns and badges is developed with the help of 3D printing. In maxillofacial orthodontistry. Orthodentistry deals with the smile, you can say. You have seen this brackets, wires? Whenever there is a gap, there is not a proper orientation of your tooth, your smile is not good, right? At that time, you visit the orthodontist, and with the help of those wires, they fixed your tooth. Okay, but does it look good? It is look good? No. It is not look good. That's why with the help of 3D printing, there are the clear aligners. You can see. With the clear aligners, it is means totally invisible treatment. It is not visible to others. Even you are undergone this treatment, that's clear aligners are not visible, and you can cure the tooth with the help of clear aligners. We have done that. Okay, clear aligner. So as I told you about the SLA, stereolithography. Okay, what happens in SLA? From the top, laser is laser is incident on that photopolymer, vat of photopolymer, and it incident, and that resin is cured, right, to get the desired object. Similar, there is another 3D printing process, digital light processing, DLP. Simple, like there, the laser is incident on the top. Here, the projector will be there from the bottom. Projector will be in that image, first layer will be incident on that photopolymer, and we will get the first layer. Got it? Simple. There is a compared to SLA, there if you are comparing, there is a laser incident in acting in that process. Here, projector. Okay, projector, simple projector which you have seen in your classrooms. Okay, so that will be acting over here in DLP. Rest of the things is same. And the difference is it is a little cheaper than SLA. Okay, but it is more faster than SLA. As there is a laser is being used in SLA, it is tracing every geometry, every point. That's why it is little slower. But here in with projector, it is much faster. Okay, there are some of the DLP printers. This is case we have done as I discussed. This case we have done with the DLP. See this initially here, then we have created the mirror on mesh mixer, and we got the final geometry. Then we have created the G code, then 3D printed cast. We got 3D printed model, and then we have done the prosthesis of that ear. Conventional, pre-operative, post-operative. Nowadays, directly with the help of bio 3D printing, you can some of the researchers have developed bionic ear as well. Dr. Vijeta approached me for this, so I have done this case for Dr. Vijeta and Dr. Sai Deshpande, VSPM. Even the same case I have done for the Dr. Tulsi ma'am from GDC as well, plastic surgery department. Okay, then digital denture, artificial denture, which you have seen. Next, now this was related to plastic, but you have seen that all things can't be developed with the help of plastic, right? So you have seen various implants, knee implants, hip implants, dental implants. Those are developed with the help of titanium, right? Titanium material or any metallic SS, medical grade. So for that, what you can do here, if you have the object, you can do the post-processing. You can do the post-processing. If you have ever heard about the casting, so we can treat as it is as a pattern. मोल्ड वगैरह आपने सुना होगा ना, मोल्ड पैटर्न, जैसे दिया बनाते हैं कुछ भी, लाइक मोल्ड चकल्या, सिंपल मोल्ड ढांचा है ना, उससे अपन चीजें बनाते हैं. तो सिंपल फॉर कास्टिंग इट विल क्रिएट एज अ पैटर्न, एंड देन वी कैन डू द इन्वेस्टमेंट कास्टिंग on any type of casting, right, to get the part in metal part. Okay, that can be done with the FDM and SLA. Okay, but if you if you require that printing can be done directly through 3D printer, that time there is a DMLS, direct metal laser sintering, or selective laser sintering, SLS. Okay, so here the raw material will be what? As you have seen in FDM, there is a filament. Okay, in solid form. In SLA or DLP, the material is in liquid form, the resin form. Okay, and in DMLS or SLS, the raw material is in the powder form, powder, granule powder, crystalline powder. Okay, got it? The difference. Okay, here is also same. The laser will incident on the from the top, and those crystals as the laser incident on that powder, those crystal will be fused together to give the desired shape. This happened in where? In SLS. Got it? So this happened in SLS, selective laser sintering. This gives the directly metal 3D printed part. So these are the some of the pools of materials are being used, and they are the giant 3D printers, metal 3D printers. So I told you the both phase for the metal output part. You can do the casting or you can do the directly metal printing. These are the popular 3D printers, internationally renowned, Renishaw 3D systems. Reconstruction. Can I take a 2-minute break? Just a 2 minute. Charging issue. Just 2 minutes, huh?
So if there are any queries, the attendees are requested, you can just go ahead and unmute yourself and ask your queries, or you can also type in your queries in the chat box. Hello, am I audible? If somebody will please confirm if I am audible.
Yes, sir.
Oh yes, thank you, ma'am. All the attendees are requested to please stay connected.
Hello, I'm audible.
Yes, you are audible, sir.
Okay. So these are some of the parts we have created. I have not created. This is developed by incredible 3D company Pune. Because with their consultancy, we have developed for the Neuron Hospital Nagpur. You can see this metal implant directly is used in neurosurgery, even in now orthopedic surgery. You can see this video. You can see the face of that patient, that person is very defective and healed with the help of 3D printing. Single nose, two teeth, very ugly look. It's healed with the help of 3D printing. see the transformation. Same case, similar case study. I would like to tell you about the same is a skull. Same. This is case study from China, but in Chandigarh also in India, Chandigarh is also done same study. Even now, everywhere, even Mumbai, they have done the study. Means this type of surgery. This is a titanium mesh.
3.5 hour operation on August 28th. Doctors first separated the scalp from the skull and pulled off some of the muscle. They then inserted the titanium mesh, which weighs 7.2 grams, to replace the damaged part of his skull. After more than 2 weeks,
So in that fashion, that neuro-related problem is being solved with the help of metal 3D printing, right? Even in orthopedic, if you have heard about the sleep discs, even bulging of discs, even the thinning of those pulpus, which is in between the ribs. So those can be developed with the help of flexible type of metal 3D printing. Even for the surgical prototyping, also they are using those orthopedics. Even in your biotechnology, any type of broken lab equipment, usually we depend upon the in medical fraternity or medical allied fraternity, we are dependent on the Korean or Japanese equipments, or you can say imported things, right? But at the same time,
Hello, Abhijit sir, are you there? Hello, Abhijit Rao sir, I think you are not audible. Okay, the attendees are requested to stay connected with us. I think there is some technical difficulty because of which we could not hear our resource person, and I am sure that he will join us back, and then we will continue with the session. Until then, I'll get in touch with him. You are all requested to please stay connected. It won't take long. Please stay connected. All the attending members are requested to please stay connected with us. Our honorable, we have just now established contact with our honorable resource person. There is some network connectivity issue at his place because of which he has been disconnected. However, it won't take long. We are trying, like he's trying to, come up with another network, and he will connect to it, and then he will connect with us as well. So you are all requested to please stay tuned with us until then. It won't take long. I'm sure that you will be with us because it is a really very interesting session. So it won't take long. He will connect in say a couple of minutes. Please stay tuned with us until then. in online meetings, once in a while we do come across such limitations, and we regret the inconvenience that is caused here to all of you, and we are really sorry for the inconvenience, and we also appreciate your patience at the same time. So please stay connected, and our resource person will join us soon. Thank you.
Hello. I'm audible? No?
Yes, sir, you are audible.
Yeah. As I told you about one of the latest or advanced 3D printing was that metal 3D printing, and now booming is bio 3D printing. Bio 3D printing is more concerns to your domain or allied domain. Bio 3D printing. That's why it is boon to mankind. You can say in that way, yeah, that right now, as you are working in tissue and organ related thing. अब तक ऐसे होता था कि ऑर्गन बना नहीं सकते थे, गॉड गिफ्टेड था, राइट? गॉड गिफ्टेड या भगवान देता है वही. But now, with the help of 3D printing or discovery of 3D printing or with research of 3D printing, we can print those organs with 3D with the help of 3D printing and digital things. Yes, now it is possible. Earlier, there was a smuggling of those organs, right? Smuggling of organs for kidney donor availability is not there, and the hell lot of issues were there. But now, customized things you can develop with this bio 3D printing technology, right? So you can see just bio 3D printing video. One of the university from New Jersey to show you just bio 3D printer.
Medical devices from initial polymer synthesis through to implementation.
And our passion and mission is to
This is a
alleviate
bioplotter.
suffering.
You can see it is like a embryum.
advances
This is
in
the cell.
biomaterials and
Biomaterial scaffold things they have
This is our
developed.
prototyping lab.
You are familiar with this all
Printer.
things.
We are
This is a bioplotter.
We are looking at the use of 3D printing to shape scaffolds for tissue regeneration and regenerative medicine.
The ultimate goal of 3D bioprinting is to be able to print functional organs on demand.
So the bioplotter for us is a tool to help us do our research. So this research addresses all medical conditions where we deal with tissue loss. Tissue loss can be associated with aging, trauma, or disease. An example for disease would be when you lose a whole section of your bone due to bone cancer. That piece of bone has to be cut out. So the idea would be to try and help the body regenerate that missing piece of bone, hopefully minus the cancer.
With the precision of the EnvisionTech bioplotter, we can actually reproducibly print composite structure. So we're looking at generating healthy cartilage and healthy bone in both young patients and aged adults.
millions of people have problems with their knees and joints. So being able to refurbish the joint and some of the delicate structures within a joint would be another application.
The one nice aspect of using the EnvisionTEC printer is the community.
So in that fashion, you can create it. Okay, this is just introduction. So simple. Fiction meets reality with the help of Bio 3D printer. It is similar to FDM 3D printer. Okay, as I told you, extrusion, inkjet. Those tanks will be the like inkjet 3D printer. There will be the container, which container, or you can say tank upside. It will be having two compartments, which will be having the bio ink cell or a hydrogel. And this is a Bio 3D printer, hydrogel and bio ink. Okay, two nozzles, hydrogel, bio ink. And as I told you, layer by layer or drop by drop, it will put that droplet over there. And you, as you know, the tendency of cell that after some time it will fuse together. It will fuse together to give the tissue, and with the help of that tissue, you will get the organ. Right? This is a short video. One minute.
Will be loaded with cartridges of living cells. These will then be output from a bioprint head that will move left and right, back and forth, and up and down in order to produce a 3D object. Bioprinters will output many types of cells as well as a dissolvable gel to support and protect the cells during printing. Organs will then be built up in a great many layers. Over several hours, a complete replacement kidney, liver, heart, or other body part will thereby be created. A layer of biopaper gel. Bioink spheroids, each containing tens of thousands of cells, are then injected into this water-based material. More layers are subsequently added to build up the final object. Amazingly, nature then takes over and the bioink spheroids slowly fuse together. As this occurs, the biopaper dissolves away, leaving a final bioprinted body part. Some future bioprinters are likely to add cells directly to the human body. Sometime next decade, doctors may therefore be able to scan
These are
bones and spray on
futuristic.
layers of cells to very rapid.
You can imagine the technology and research, the blend of tissue like life science with engineering. Okay, so currently, as I told you, bionic ear can be made with the help of 3D printing. Even kidneys, functional kidneys are being made. There is a research is going on. Even blood cells, various finger prosthetic things I told you already. Even heart, yes, heart is being developed in research that we can like artificial heart is pumped. I mean, developed. And even in India also in Hinduja hospital, there's research is going on with the help of 3D printing. So similarly to other domains also the 3D printing is being used, whether it is medical, food, games, proper defense, every fashion and interior, right? So I'm going to give the glimpses of those, as this is related to rural and tribal areas as well. This one of the your theme topic is that. So agriculture, the stripe cloth food pickers can be developed with the help of Abdium 3D printer. Even this you can say corn sheller. This customized small tools you can create in your area, no issue. Simple. This sprinkler you can made like if there is a irregularity of surface, the standard sprinkle can't be used. So at that time you can customize and develop your own. See the drone in hilly area, this drone can be used for spraying or any things. Those all parts made with the help of 3D printer. Most of the parts for spraying in tribal areas or rural areas that can be used. One of the kid from Prodar convent, Nagpur, approached me for the developing of those part. He have developed the quadrocopter. Simple in I think fifth standard, fourth or fifth standard. सोचो इतना छोटा लड़का भी काम कर रहा है तो आप क्यों नहीं? I guess such type of drones can be made. In interior, I told you I'd been invited in LED college, interior designing, fashion designing, even architectures. Those with the help of that scanning, as I told you, that scanning unique things we can replicate. Just take a scan of it, and you can create the replica of that unique thing. Even in architecture, initially there were the naksha maps, right? But now we can create those things in 3D format to give better visuality. As I told you, the conventionally we can't develop those things, right? Conventionally complex shapes नहीं बना सकते थे carpentry से, let's say. This is the beauty of 3D printing, ki such complex and beautiful shapes we can create with the help of 3D printing. See this. Even football industry, Nike, Adidas, even you can create your own sandal that are developed with the help of 3D printing. If you are updated with the current affairs, 1 year ago, the USA banned this gun. 3D printing. Why? Because you can create your gun, your own gun. STL files are available on net, and just you require the gunpowder. This is the major disadvantage. You didn't require the license for it. Okay, for food, you can. There is a chocolate printer introductions. Even in Mumbai, there is a cafe. They are printing the cup by 3D printing technology, additive manufacturing. They serve you the cup which is eatable. Even now there is a advancement that for the space you can't ship any tools required, any tools or equipment, small equipments required, and in space you can't courier to astronaut on moon or Mars, right? So dedicatedly 3D printers developed for the Mars as well. I told you about the 3D scanning, right? We store those moments, happy moments in 2D form, photograph. But see the beauty of 3D printing. You can create your 3D figuring or 3D selfie with the help of 3D printing. You can store that moment in 3-dimensional form now. This is popular in metro cities. That is the this is from my side. Thank you very much. Yes. Some of the yes. I would like to show you some of the photos of cases or printed parts, so that fast forward. This is skull we have created. The option of fast forward. Okay. See this. This is developed with the help of 3D printing, maxillofacial, which case we have shown the skull. You can see the irregularity of with the FDM. These are the layers, visible layers. Okay, the surface finish is not good. This is developed with the help of FDM 3D printer. Okay, FDM. Observe it. Huh? I'll show you the resin-based 3D. This is developed for one of the dentists, maxillofacial dentist, pain holder. I would like to show you the video of it. Means in night it looks good. See this, how it looks. So this is developed with the help of FDM. This is for one of the architecture. Kila's customized gifting for Christmas. Order Christmas. This is a Christmas calendar we have done for one of the customer. This is developed with the help of SLA. You can see the minute micro level thing. Small deer on you can observe. This we have developed with the help of resin based 3D printing, SLA, gray resin and clear resin. This is a customized part as per your required shape we can develop. This is a 3D statue I have developed with, by me on FDM 3D printer. Accuracy is not that much. You can see. This is resin 3D printer. You can see glimpses. Okay. So that was it. Even this is process. You can observe this process. This is a small DIY 3D printer. You can see. Okay, in that version it works. There are nozzle, fan. Okay. Okay. Okay, Abhijit sir, that's from my side.
Very sure, sir. So all the attending members, in case if you have any queries, you can always unmute yourself and talk to us directly, or you can also type in your queries in the chat box and then they can be read out. So in case if you have any queries, please go ahead, unmute yourself or type in the chat box. So sometimes it happens that it takes them a while to type in the chat box.
Yep.
So I suppose we can wait for a minute or so.
Yeah. Even you can take my mail IDs and this also. Further, if you have queries, you can mail me or contact me for your further research or anything. No issue. Because due to a time constraint, I have not gone in that much depth because it's not necessary for you. Just I'm trying to give the brief introduction about the 3D printing, additive manufacturing, and its application in your and allied domain, so that you can give the relevance and you can start working on that. Yeah, please.
Well, I suppose, sir, that there are no more queries. On behalf of technology and on behalf of the organizing committee of the short-term training program, I thank you very much, sir, for conducting such a wonderful session on additive manufacturing. And I must say that you have introduced us, like I remember, our parents used to say that when mobile and things like that came, it was a major, that was, it was a revolutionary technology that had changed the world for next many years. And I suppose you have just now introduced us to another technology, which we will tell our children that this is one of the technologies that has brought about a major revolution in the, to the world in the coming years. So thank you very much, sir, for conducting such a wonderful session.
Thank you to all organizing team. It's pleasure to interact with the interdisciplinary participant always. Thank you very much, and have a great day to all participants as well. Thank you.
Yeah, you too, sir. Thank you so much. Now, to all the attending members, you are requested to please submit the feedback of this session. We will be sharing the link on WhatsApp group, and you are all requested to please fill in the feedback before 11 p.m. tonight, after which the link will cease to accept responses. So you are all requested to please fill in the feedback form of this session. And tomorrow's session will start at 10:45 a.m. I repeat once again, please take note